Okay, so here we are live in the Pictory project screen dashboard. And so we're going to take a look here. We have different selections that we can go for it says to repurpose into videos, but this Pictory can do a lot more than just repurpose content into video, and I will show you a little bit as far as how that can be done. I do classify this as a video editor also. That's just my biased opinion, of course. Other people have different thoughts on that, but let's go ahead and we're going to click here and click proceed, and I'm just going to give this name of test 3, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit 1. That makes sure that we can just process through this quickly. I'm going to select the first one here and then hit continue. And then from there, we're going to basically generate the storyboard for this. And normally you would have a full-blown script that you would lay out here. But what I'm going to do is essentially put in a couple of scenes. And so it's easy to do that. We're just going to go ahead and click a number of blank scenes. So we click here. It asks you to pick a background for it. We're just going to go ahead and click a solid color background and be done with it. And we're going to apply it to just that visual there. We're going to click another scene. As you can see, it ended up right here. And we're going to do blank scene again and click another background. And then click out of there, and then we're done. And that's it. So we have 3 scenes. We have scene 1, scene 2, and scene 3. So with that being said, we're not using the intro or the outro. As you can see the I on top of that. We can click on it to enable it, but we're not going to do that. And also with the intro, we can click on the I here to enable that. We're not going to do that either. So we have 3 scenes, and each scene has a scene duration of 5 seconds. So this is right now, currently this is a 15-second video. As you can see here, it says estimated video duration is 15 seconds. Now I can make this longer. So let me do this right now. I'm going to go in here into my scene duration. I'm going to make this 30 seconds. And then I'm going to set apply to all scenes. So each scene is going to be 30 seconds. And then click out of it. And you can see right now the estimated video duration is 1 minute and 30 seconds. All right. So that is just one way of affecting the length of your video. Now, as I said before, we need to look at and say, okay, well, how do I perform any type of edits inside of a clip? So this is one way of doing it. So I'm going to click on the first scene, and I'm going to click on trim video. All right. So as you can see here, it says that this is 40 seconds long, right? So I'm going to trim this down. And as I trim it, you can see, you gotta look real close here. You can see the time. All right. See, it's going down to 10. So I'm going to trim this down to 10 seconds. Going, boom, 10 seconds. Drop it. Now you're going to say, is there like a button to push to say save? No. All you have to do is just click out of here, or you can click here, exit out, and then you have your scene duration. Now, you ask yourself the question, what did I actually trim? Well, what I trimmed was, and now you can see it didn't take. So let me go back to here again. You can see how this is moving this video selection. So this is good to know. I'm trimming the actual scene video. All right. So then I click here. Everything looks good. Set. Perfect. And then I'm done. And now if I go back into that scene and go into edit, you can see it holds. So here, if I click this X, all right, then the changes are not saved. But if I click anywhere here or outside, the changes are saved. So let me just show this again. I'm going to drop this down to 10 seconds. Okay. I'm going to click outside. Boom, it's set. Now if I go back into trim, again, you can see that this is right at 10 seconds where I left off at. So anywhere outside or inside, but not here, not here. This basically, if I click this X, my changes will not be saved. But if I click anywhere outside this window, my changes will be saved. And so that's how you can edit this section of the video. Now, that only edits, now I'll show you. So if I go into visuals and click on library, see this scene right here, I'm going to click it, it's 18 seconds. So I click on the scene, it's 18 seconds long. And if I click on trim, this video clip is 18 seconds long. But let's say I only want certain parts of that video clip to show. All right. So I will go here and I say, okay, I wanted 2 seconds, and then I wanted to, let's watch and see where it loops back around. You'll be able to see that. All right. And then it will loop. So we're good there. See how it stopped right there? And then that's where it's going to loop back around. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to say, I'm going to go from here to here. I'm going to hit play, see what it looks like, and see where it's going to stop at. See where it stopped at right there? It went for 6 seconds and it stopped. I want to go for 5 seconds. Click it, go for 5 seconds, then it's going to stop. All right, so now if I go out of here, click out to save my changes, and I go to settings, you can see right now that this particular visual is going to loop. All right, so let's see how that looks. Now, this is 30 seconds. The scene duration is 30 seconds. This video inside of here is going to loop within that 30 seconds, okay? And so the question is, how many times is that going to loop? It's going to loop what? 6 times, right? Okay, 6 times it's going to loop, and it's going to basically stop after that because the time has run out, right? Because this scene duration is 30 seconds. So let's take a look at that, and let's do a preview. And so it's going to go for 30 seconds. See the loop? And it's going to loop again. There's the loop again. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And then it's right there. Then it switches scenes. Okay. So as you can see, that was a little bit quicker. So let me go back here and look at my trim. Let's see. That's the 2 second mark. And that's, so I was wrong. This is only 3 seconds long. See, gotta be careful here. So from here to here, that's the 5 second mark. But what I didn't do was look here. So I subtracted, that's 3. So it's gonna loop what? 10 times, right? And that's what we came up with. So you gotta be a little careful with that. And I kind of did that on purpose, but just to show you that, you know what, you gotta look at the numbers the right way. In a sense, I did not, and I'm glad I didn't look at it the right way, because that shows that this is the way you have to look at your clips to understand how that's going to loop. Now, if I would have brought this all the way back to here to the beginning, now that's a true 5 seconds. And if we click anywhere out, don't click here because your changes won't be saved. Let me show you. If I click on this X and I go back in, see, change not saved. But if I go back out here and then click outside or inside the window, changes are saved. Now we should only get it should only show up. So it's going to loop after 5 seconds. Let's watch this. Here we go. Boom. That's 1. Here comes the other one. 2. Here comes 3. 3's coming up. See it glitch? Yep. That's 3. So we got 3 more to go. 3 more to go. That's 4. And then we got 5. And then this is the last one. It's going to stop here. All right. So this is how you can see how the looping works. Now, you might be asking the question because we are editing inside of a scene, right? As far as what we're going to see, as far as the actual video that we see here. If we go to settings and we turned off loop, and then we came here and we previewed that to see what was going to happen, let's see how that looks. Okay, that's why I say it's like you're editing the video, but it's a different way of doing it, but it's kind of cool. Has a lot of flexibility built into it, which I like. So this is going to go for 5 seconds and then it should stop. See, it's still looping. All right, so the question is, why is it still looping? Let's go back to our settings. So loop video is off. And background music is on, but that's not what I'm concerned about. So this should not have looped. That's the thing. Let's preview it and see. Thinking this should stop. Yeah, see, it's still looping. So I gotta check on this here, because you would think that it would just run and then stop and then not continue to loop, which because I have loop video is off, so it should not loop. It should just stop. So this is potentially something that needs to be worked on, right? That needs to be worked on, but we'll take a look at it. Let's run through it one more time and see. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to essentially take this and go out of the project and come back in and see if then we can get some sanity here, because really it should stop. Okay, here we go. Go out of the project. Okay, please wait. We're gonna go right back into it. Click on the project file, and then we're gonna run through it. So it's gonna go for 30 seconds. This is what I was looking for, okay? It to stop. So let's go ahead and see if that's truly what it's doing. So we're gonna go here, let it run, go for 5 seconds. See the count down here, 4, 5, up, still looping. Yeah, see, I want that to stop and then freeze on that last frame, but still hold that last frame, but it's looping all the way through. So that is interesting. Yeah, see, loop video. So the question is that what's the purpose of this if it's going to still loop? All right. Okay, so that's how you edit within a scene. Now, how do you edit as far as inside the whole video itself? Well, I kind of explained that. So you have the scene duration, all right, and then you click on each scene, and then you can actually edit what you see in each scene. Now, if you notice here, this is just a background. It does not have a video, so there's nothing to trim. So basically, to adjust something in this here, you would go to the duration and you would do it there, right? So the question is let's say I put text in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put text in here. I'm gonna put in hello. All right, so that's the text that's now in this particular scene. Okay, now what type of effects can I add to that text? Well, there's all sorts of things I can do. I can put in a reveal animation. I can put in slow speed here, right? And so I have different options as far as what's going to happen with that text. And so as you can see, there's the entry and the exit. So I'm going to be editing this inside this particular scene. It's not going to be applied to all scenes. So unless I want it to be. So right now I'm going to say I want this to slide in left. You can see how it slid in left, and then I can change the actual speed. Okay, this is all the editing that you can do within that particular scene, which is scene 2. Now, I'm done doing all that editing. I click on it. I click on it. Okay, let's go again. Click on it. Let's go back out again. Come back in. Click on the text. And then you can see here it says apply position to all scenes. So it's going to apply the position, all right, but it's not going to apply the styles that I put up in here to all. So to do that, as you can see here, I can save this style, and then I can also apply to all. So basically apply to all is not going to back apply it. It's going to apply it to all the ones moving forward. So Scene 1, of course, scene 2 has the change, and then scene 3 would receive the change, and of course there's an outro, so it would just be scene 3. So I'm going to go apply all. Alright, and so then now when I go to scene 3 and I click and I add text, and I think there's text already here, and I type in by, you can see the position is the same. Alright, because I didn't change that. But if I run this through, if I look here, you can see that it's the slide and left animation for entry, which is the same as scene number 2. So that's how this is all the editing features that take place as far as working with a video clip. So I hope that was helpful. I mean, there's more stuff that we can go through and we will go through, but I just wanted you to understand. I will be doing another video on altering how the video, this basically video here, responds inside the scene, and also these settings as far as loop video, as far as how that works, and then also what happens when you turn it on, and also more what happens when you turn it off, because that's a really interesting thing. The way I would like to see it work would be that once you ran through and you weren't looping, it would stop at this last frame here. Just stop, and then you could possibly add some text or something else in here. Even another video might be something that would be possible to put inside of this window here, but right now you can only have one video per scene, and so in this sense that could not be done. And so also realize that this right here is a background color. Also consider this a background video. Alright, and so if you wanted to actually put another video inside of here, you would have to use another video editing piece of software to do that. So this is getting kind of long. I'm going to stop here. I hope you like this video, and I like giving you the information in this video, and hopefully you came alongside of me and we've learned some things together. And like I said, I will check on that particular thing as far as the looping and get back to you. So if you like this video, please comment below. Please hit the like button, and then if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would love to have you subscribe to the channel, because my goal is to deliver videos that will be helpful and making your Pictory journey a success.